This is going to be a year of multiplication. Everything will multiply. You will multiply to the left. You will multiply to the right. You will multiply before. You will multiply behind. We are going from addition to multiplication. Come on, give the Lord a praise.
Over 1.6 million meals have been provided to children and members of the church.
Over 68 million viewers tune in annually.
Through our CRC Global Outreaches, we have reached over 3,213,600 people.
Over 40,455 people joined us as Pastor Ad preached life-changing messages at our harvest events.
Over 40,000 women have been empowered and uplifted this year.
For Love globally now has over 300,000 streams, and it's working its way up to 1 million streams. I will multiply them, and they shall not diminish. I will also glorify them, and they shall not be small. Jeremiah 30 verse 19.
Over 68 million viewers tune in annually across more than 10 international channels to listen to Pastor Ad's Sunday messages. We are broadcasting in countries like Libya, Nigeria, Kenya, Pakistan, Russia, Ukraine, the USA, India, Iran, Afghanistan, and other nations. Even in cities where Christians face persecution, people are encountering Jesus. Many who may never have the opportunity to step inside of a church building, yet are experiencing God's presence and the power of the gospel.
Pastor Ad's messages are also broadcasted to correctional facilities all over South Africa. A standout is to see the genuine hope that God plants in the hearts of the inmates. Going from hopeless to joyous explains exactly why we are doing this week in and week out. This year, our harvest events with Pastor Ad BOSHOFF took place in Durban, George, Windhoek, Gqeberha, and Kimberley. Over 40,455 people were in attendance as Pastor Ad preached life-changing messages. We witnessed multitudes collide with God at our harvest events, encountering God's unconditional love, grace, and mercy, with more than 13,902 people giving their lives to Christ. We also had a powerful night of revival in Gaborone with Pastor Ad, where the city was truly shaken, and many people responded to the call to give their lives to Christ. This is what we have been called to do, to win the lost at any cost. We are taking territory for God's kingdom, one CRC location at a time. We are continuing with building expansions at many of our CRC locations all over South Africa. At CRC Potchefstroom, building expansions are going strong as we get ready to open a state-of-the-art 2,000-seater opening in March next year. At CRC Vaal, the building expansion continues to break ground and progresses rapidly as we get ready to open soon. A 1,350-seater auditorium will be done and doors open by March next year. And it doesn't stop there. Phase 2 will see CRC Vaal extending to 2,500 seats in the near future. At CRC Kathu, our building expansion continues in full swing. Each milestone brings us closer to opening a vibrant oasis of life. An 800-seater where many will encounter the presence of God. Each CRC location is more than just a building. It's an oasis of life where young and old, rich and poor can gather together to worship Jesus.
Through our CRC Global Outreaches, we've reached over 3,213,600 people with a total of 2,675,440 giving their lives to Jesus. Across 44 sites in South Africa, we've seen 277,000 2,866 people reached, with 204,671 giving their lives to Christ. Our international mission spans over 386 sites in 40 countries, reaching 2,814,612 people, with 2,393,939 salvations recorded. We've also been able to minister to children online in 36 locations, conducting 454 outreaches and seeing 18,549 children come to faith. These outreaches reach countries across Africa, India, Pakistan, Nepal, Bangladesh, Sri Lanka, Myanmar, and the Philippines. Every salvation has been followed up and is being discipled as they grow in their walk with God. We give God all the glory.
This year at CRC Cares, we've truly seen the promise of multiplication come to pass. Right here at Talita Kumi, this is a place where we take children who have been neglected, abused, and abandoned, not just to give them a place where they can be loved and accepted, but also a place where they can meet Jesus Christ as their Lord and Savior. Through the time that we've been open, we've seen over 1,288 children pass our doors. But just this year alone, over 18 children have been reunited with their families, 26 children have been placed in foster families, and 4 children have been adopted. We hosted our first ever Run For Me charity fun run with over 2,800 participants just in Gauteng and Bloemfontein, raising awareness and funds for Talita Kumi. We also had our first ever missions outreach to Talita Kumi Bloemfontein, where volunteers had the opportunity to not just serve but engage in intentional prayer and discipleship. What was so amazing to see about this trip is that not only were over 1,000 marginalized community members and children impacted, but we had the over 100 volunteers, lives completely transformed, that as they poured out and served other people, God transformed and changed them from inside out. We've seen so many burdens lifted, lives restored, and hope returned during this year's community outreaches. This year in CRC Cares, over 1.6 million meals have been provided to children and members of the church. More than 5,100 people have been clothed. Over 200 children received brand new school shoes, and 700 children were reached and impacted through our Creches for Africa initiative as they were ministered to, equipped with lessons and many fun activities. Through all these outreaches, we've seen over 2,600 souls saved for Christ. Our youth program impacted over 260 unemployed youth with opportunities in businesses to be developed. We are also giving 10 students full bursaries for their academic year in tertiary institutions. Our Sponsor a Child in Sport initiative reached over 700 underprivileged children in our communities with a sports day, where we also distributed over 5,000 soccer balls and netballs to children in Bloemfontein, Pretoria, and Johannesburg. And we are not done yet. This month, we are opening our CRC Care Center in Johannesburg, where we are going to take members of the community and provide them with much needed training and development so that we can see poverty truly broken off of the lives of our people. Together, we are able to do so much more and build for generations to come.
On 9 February 2025, Pastor Art preached a sermon, Empowered People Empower Others. It was during this specific sermon that our CRC Women's Ministry campaign was born. Through our Empowered Women Empower campaign, over 40,000 women have been empowered and uplifted this year through leadership trainings, mentorship programs, workshops, prayer, and our Let's Talk platform. We've witnessed women stepping into their calling and making a profound impact, fulfilling their God-given purposes. With over 4,000 women actively engaged in our empowerment groups, we are providing a platform where women receive support and are equipped and grow together. We support moms with special needs children, assist and guide those going through divorce, pray for, encourage those diagnosed with terminal illnesses. We also support single moms and moms juggling the demands of life, promoting a healthy lifestyle as we focus on body, soul, and spirit. Women's ministry also gives special support to medical staff, teachers, and social workers, care and embrace those who lost children, and lastly, provide a network for businesswomen to thrive. This is what we do. When there is a need, we can never look the other way. We've all been called to be burden bearers, to uplift and support each other, our communities, and our world. It is amazing to see what God is doing in our communities. And this year, CRC Women's Ministry also got involved with outreaches to the most vulnerable in our communities. Through Breaking Barriers, Beautiful Ashes, and our Correctional Center outreaches, 2,639 women were ministered to, with 1,298 giving their lives to Jesus Christ. We are committed to do our part. We have seen God multiply what we have sown, and now we are ready to take our commitment to the next level and drive even more meaningful change in our beautiful nation.
Up to 5,000 children across Bloemfontein, Pretoria, and Johannesburg join us at Kids Church every week. This truly is a miracle right here in the house of God.
These children grow up to be teenagers, and teenagers on fire for God. We see them every week in our celebration services, right here in the morning service as well as in the evening service. Thousands of teenagers joining us.
These weekly gatherings are discipling teenagers to go back into their schools as light bearers. We're seeing young people lead worship, lead home cells, start prayer walks, and really just take up ministry responsibility in their schools. This is multiplication in motion.
It's been an amazing year for CRC Music. We released 2 singles and, finally, a full-length album, all of which have gotten great reception. For Love globally now has over 300,000 streams, and it's working its way up to 1 million streams. And To the Deep is over 100,000 and will easily get to 1 million. And our full-length live album, also called For Love, which we recorded right here in the beautiful church called CRC Pretoria, released on the 3rd of October. And it's making its way around the world. We stand amazed at what God has done, and we're super grateful for our pastor, Pastor At, for giving us wings to fly and believing in the sound of CRC. So family, let's take this sound, the sound we sing Sunday after Sunday, the sound of CRC all around the world.
This year at Dream Week, we had record-breaking attendance, our biggest one to date, hosted for the first time across 3 cities, Bloemfontein, Pretoria, and Johannesburg.
Tens of thousands of people streamed to our auditoriums in all 3 of these cities. Many of our overflow rooms were filled to capacity. Our altars were overflowing as multitudes responded to the call to give their lives to Jesus.
The atmosphere at Dream Week is truly electric as we experienced powerful worship, life-changing moments in God's presence.
From opening night to the final session, Dream Week reminds us that 2025 is truly the year of multiplication.
We've seen God multiply what we've sown into souls saved, lives transformed, and territory taken for God's kingdom.
And we're not done yet. Together, we will multiply even more as we take hands to win the lost at any cost, building one church in many locations.